One of the greatest life lessons I've learned is if someone does something you dislike or disagree with and it upsets you, ask yourself this question: am I surprised by this person's actions? And if the answer is no, then you shouldn't allow it to affect you. And I bring that lesson up because of the recent events surrounding Geoff Keighley, who you may know as the host of the Game Awards, or what he's most known for, Hideo Kojima's emergency contact. Now, gamers were upset at Geoff for not acknowledging PlayStation laying off 900 people. Instead, Geoff tweeted what appeared to be an ad for GameScent AI, a device that releases smells while gaming. Now, many believe that because he's a massive influencer and figurehead within our industry, that he should be acknowledging these layoffs, over 7,000 in just the first 2 months of this year. But I'm here to tell you that, no, we shouldn't expect that from Geoff Keighley. And I'm going to tell you why. I grew up watching Geoff during his journalist days, and I think one problem is that people believe that Geoff still exists, and he doesn't. His role within this industry has changed because he's no longer a journalist. He's closer to a producer, most notably Summer Game Fest, Gamescom Opening Night Live, and the Game Awards. And the one thing these three events have in common is that they would not exist without the support of publishers, because people tune in to watch world premiere trailers, and if publishers pull support, there goes the primary reason people watch. Geoff Keighley doesn't produce gaming events. He produces product showcases. Opening Night Live and Summer Game Fest are advertising events. He draws in a massive crowd and then sells time slots that publishers can buy to showcase their games. And let's be honest, the Game Awards isn't a night made to celebrate the hard work of developers around the world. If it did, there would have been an acknowledgement of layoffs, and award recipients would have been given the time and respect to thank their colleagues instead of being rushed off stage so a Muppet could talk for 10 minutes and Geoff could distribute Chipotle burrito codes. I go a little bit more in depth about that topic during my Game Awards video if you want to check that out. So since Geoff hasn't publicly announced why he uses Twitter to highlight PlayStation's success, but refuses to acknowledge their layoffs just 4 days after that original tweet, many will take an educational guess, one which seems to show that Geoff's interests are more aligned with publishers rather than the people who create these games. And while I can't say for a fact that that is what is happening here, we won't know the true reason why Geoff remained silent until Geoff himself speaks up. But the other part of this issue is this sort of obsession people have with needing to hear from influencers or celebrities during a time of crisis. It reminds me of that classic Dave Chappelle joke about Ja Rule being asked his thoughts after September 11th. We have to stop putting so much weight on the opinions of those who have chosen to remain silent just because we believe they have a responsibility to speak up. And with all due respect to Geoff Keighley, he has shown that he loves participating in positive industry conversations like these 5 tweets he sent on the day of the Shadow of the Erd Tree trailer release. But it doesn't seem like he's as eager to participate in negative industry conversations such as layoffs or toxic work environments. Don't waste your time chasing after someone who has made their decision, accept the direction they've chosen, and instead spend your energy supporting developers yourself or boosting creators and peers who are reporting on layoffs. And I can't end this video without addressing the tweets that I've seen defending Geoff and claiming, well, what is he supposed to do? And while I've given my reasons as to why I'd rather not waste my energy asking him to speak up, I need to point out why this is so important to so many. I don't think anyone is expecting Geoff to do anything, but it would be nice to see him use his platform for good. Heck, just retweeting job postings to his 1.5 million followers is an easy gesture to help those affected. But in my opinion, you can't claim to be a fan, champion, advocate, gamer, or consumer of this industry and refuse to simply acknowledge the volatility of game employment right now. The job itself is already extremely difficult and stressful from so many angles without adding the extra stress of always wondering if today is your last day, as job security is almost non-existent in our industry. That's the bare minimum I expect from any gamer out there. So what do you think developers and fans are going to expect from the guy who continues to claim he owes his entire career to video games, a guy who has expressed his passion for our industry and on numerous occasions has declared his advocacy for the industry, claiming multiple times that all of his events are about helping fans discover new games and honoring the hard-working talent behind them. The guy who, when his friend Kojima was treated like crap by his employer Konami, stopped the entire Game Awards show to support him and had the stones to call Konami out in front of thousands of viewers. The guy who now produces 3 of the most important gaming events every year, one of which is set to replace our industry's premier expo that ran for over 25 years. Our industry has seen over 17,000 layoffs in a little over 14 months. We're not just talking about interns and first-time hires here. We're also talking about industry veterans, about people who picked up and moved their entire lives to pursue their passion, who have endured crunch and working over 60 hours a week, risked their mental and physical health, chose time in the office over time with their family, and not for fame or riches, but to do the thing that they love. And with so much volatility in this industry, we might have lost all of that great talent forever, as many aren't willing to risk being employed in video games right now. The absolute bare minimum that we can do as self-proclaimed fans of this medium is to acknowledge and stand by those people who create this entertainment we all love. And until Geoff comes forward and gives his reasoning as to why he remains silent, people are going to continue filling the blanks themselves. But most importantly, it's okay to accept the decision he's made. Once you've done that, you'll be in a better position to invest your energy wisely. Like it if you liked it. Please subscribe if you loved it, and let me know down below how you really feel. Thanks for watching.